Alright, and welcome back to New Vegas, and we're here at this sniper's nest overlooking Cottonwood Cove. And last time when we left off, we finished up collecting the irradiated dog tags over here at Camp Searchlight. And if we come over here and discover Cottonwood Cove, which we're going to do in a second, we can then go back to the soldiers at Searchlight and get another quest to then come to Cottonwood Cove. So before we head down there, we're going to come over here and take a look and see what we got here. Nothing there, nothing there. Ammo box, nothing there. Sarsaparilla Star Bottle Cap, there's some ammo there. Healing powder. Alright, so nothing spectacular. But the main reason you're going to come here, and the main thing that's worth coming here for, is this right here. So inside this very hard lock gun case is a unique sniper rifle. So as you can see, I don't have a lockpick skill of 100, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to use a Coyote Tobacco Chew. That should now get me where I need to be. So yep, I'm at 100, so let's go ahead and open it. Alright, and there you go. The Gobi Command Scout Rifle is a unique sniper rifle you can get from here. And again, that's over here at the Sniper's Nest overlooking Cottonwood Cove. Alright, so now let's head down here. There's a couple, or not a couple, but there's another ammo box right there. What we got? I think that's everything. And now we want to head down here towards Cottonwood Cove. We're going to come around this way. So we would rather not fall to my death, so we're going to try to come around this way. And all I need to do is discover Cottonwood Cove. Once I discover Cottonwood Cove, I can head back over to Camp Searchlight. Almost. Alright, there we go. So now I've discovered Cottonwood Cove. So now, instead of going down there and exploring and doing all that stuff now, what we're going to do first is I'm going to fast travel back to Camp Searchlight. Alright, so now that we're back at Camp Searchlight, why are there a bunch of Legion guys here? That's new. Alright, so we're going to wait for them to fight it out. I'm not going to attack either one because I don't want to lose rep with either faction, so I'm just going to let these guys kill each other. And then I will loot them and then talk to the NCR troopers. Alright.
Hello?
Okay, so let's talk to him.
You're back. What can I do for you?
And I found Legion Camp at Cottonwood Cove. And what he does basically is he asks you to plant a bug. And where's the quest? So he asks you to plant the bug and then find the Legion intel. So we're gonna now head back there and do that. So now let's head back to Cottonwood Cove. Alright, so now while we're here, there's a bunch of quests, or not quests, but there's a bunch of things that we can do here that are worth doing. So first thing, we're going to head down here and actually head into Cottonwood Cove. Don't think anything over here is lootable. Yeah, that's all boarded up, so we can't go any near there. So we're going to head right over here. It's weird, because usually a guy has greeted us by now, but oh, there he is. And you can just speech check him, and you're good. And now what we're going to do is we want to talk to him, and we want to talk to him. But let's go talk up top and talk to him first. So...
Don't try my...
So now you can give a barter check where if you trade him ammo and supplies instead, you can stay in the area and collect dog tags. So basically, this is the quest to be able to collect dog tags, which you haven't seen me do because I do it a lot of when I'm not recording, but a lot of, basically anytime I see an NGR trooper, I will pickpocket their dog tags specifically so I can boost my Legion rep.
Go see the
barter check. And you can exhaust the dialogue just for the other stuff too, and just see what he has to say. And then here we go, this is what we want to do. An NCR officer asked me to plant this listening device. And then that's it. Okay. and then he gives you the old plans. So now the reason we're doing that instead of actually planning the device and giving the real plans is I want, yeah, that right there, the Legion fame. So I want to get my fame high enough so that I can get the key to the safe house, which we found over here the other day. Where is it? Legion safe house. There it is. And then the other thing you can do is just south of the sniper's nest, like around here, there will be a bunch of crates that you can loot that'll respawn every few days, and you can get some decent loot from them. So that's another reason we want to up our Legion rep, and we're just going to keep it high until a point where I make the final decision as to which faction I'm siding with. So let's go down here and talk to Decanus Severus.
Trade with Canyon Runner if you like.
And then Centurion said I could trade dog tags for supplies. And then we're going to ask some questions. Now, we can, if we have the powder charge schematic, which you get at the NCR Correctional Facility, we can go ahead and do that. And we'll get XP and Legion fame. And now I can show you how to disarm the NCR's mines. We're going to do that too. Oh, I don't have a high enough explosives for that. So I will do that at some point, but just not yet. So that's fine. I think that's it. And we can hand in our dog tags now. I'm not going to do it right yet, but we could if we wanted to. The other thing we want to do is there's a guy around here. Is this him? Canyon Runner.
Our way. Have you come to...
So we can exhaust his dialogue for a minute too. And then I'm going to think about that, because I will take care of that, but I'm going to do something else first. So, now, you come over here and talk to one of the...
being held here against our...
So you can get the quest Left My Heart, which is... all you have to do is free the Weathers family. So now that I have the quest, I'm going to go back and talk to Canyon Runner and see what do I need. I think it was medicine. Let me see. Speech. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the speech magazine real quick. I should have a couple of them. Meeting people. There it is. And now...
Our way. I'll go...
I can lie and say that they're sick.
Ustula. What?
And then I can give them
I'm
150 caps, so I basically
this
get
is
them for half price. And now I can free them. So let's go ahead and unlock this. Talk to Kenny.
Are you gonna free us or what?
There we go. And they're all leaving. Let me talk to...
I can't... Hello.
There we go. So now you'll meet their father later at another location. It's not really relevant. You can tell them, I think, that you freed them. But yeah, that's the main thing there. So you wanted to free them. And now what you're going to do, or what you're going to want to do is... So I can hand in my dog tags if I'd like right now. I have a bunch, and that'll boost my rep up. So I'm going to actually go ahead and do that. So let me go ahead over here and talk to Decanus Severus. Okay, so you can either trade your dog tags in down here to Decanus Severus down there, and you can trade it for just different supplies like ammo or explosives or armor or weapons, that kind of thing. Or you can trade them to Aurelius of Phoenix, and you can trade them all at once instead of one at a time, and you just get a bunch of rep, which is what I did, and now I'm now accepted with the Legion. So that's good. So now at some point, let me go ahead and rest until daytime. Okay, so now I can see again. So now that I'm accepted with the Legion, at some point, a disguise from Antares should come running up to me and tell me about the Legion cache that I can now loot. So, I'm not going to go back to hand in the quest just yet, and the reason for that is because if I do that, what's going to happen is... knowing my luck, because this happens every time I do this, is the guy who gives me the cache is going to show up, and then because I'm near with the NCR troopers, they're going to attack him. And if that happens, then they'll kill him, and you will lose out on being able to collect the Legion cache, and the Legion cache is a nice little bonus that you get for having the Legion rep up to that point. And it's definitely worth having, and it's definitely worth, making sure that you don't get him killed. So what I'm actually going to do before I do that is I'm going to go explore some of the areas around Cottonwood Cove, before I head back. Hopefully this guy will spawn and I'll be able to talk to him before that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If there's anything of note, I'll show it off. But we'll be back once I get this straightened out and we figure out when we're ready to head back. So we're here at the Cottonwood Overlook. This is just like a little campground that overlooks Cottonwood Cove. Only thing that so far that I found that's really noteworthy here is this. And this is the trailer. If you unlock the trailer, it'll send a bunch of irradiated barrels down into Cottonwood Cove. And it'll basically do the same thing to the Legion that they did to Camp Searchlight, so it'll irradiate the area. I'm not going to do that just yet. If I do end up siding against the Legion, which is extremely likely, I will do that, just because, why not? Before I wipe out Cottonwood Cove, but that's not going to be for a little while. But for now, what we got here? So for now, again, there's not really a lot here. There's a couple of dumpsters that might have some minor loot in them, like that one. And I don't think any of these buildings are enterable. I think they're all boarded up. But yeah, this is the Cottonwood Overlook. Again, there's nothing really spectacular here other than that truck with the irradiated barrels. So let's move on. Alright, and right here, just south of the Cottonwood Overlook, we're at the Smith Mesa Prospector Camp, which I don't really remember what else here. There's a prospector here, okay. So there's actually a guy here, so let me see if there's anything worth taking. Some jet, some caps and some cigarettes. Anything else? Doesn't look like there's anything there. Nothing up here. There's a prospector's dog here. I don't see the prospector though. Which is odd. Usually there's a prospector here if there's a dog here. What else we got? So there's some food and some ammo. Alright, so again, nothing world shattering here. This is just a little spot to get some easy extra loot. So yeah, so that's that. And we're gonna continue on and we'll see what we see. Here at the southern portion of the map at the Blue Paradise Vacation Rentals. So that's where is it? Right down here, pretty much at the end of the map. You can actually see the end of the map from over here if you really want to. The first two buildings here are enterable, but they are submerged. There's not really anything in them worth noting. There's a couple of caps, and I think there's a couple of sarsaparilla, and there's a whole bunch of lake lurks around here. So not really worthwhile. Yeah, there you go. See right there, that's the border that is for the river. So like you can't cross that. So it's the map border. Anyway, so yeah, there's not really a point in coming down here for anything other than just some XP from killing the lake lurks. And again, there's a couple, I think there was a sarsaparilla star bottle cap at each place, which is nice, but other than that, that's really it. So now what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to rest for a day or so and hope that I can get the Legion guy to show up. Alright, so here we go. Here's the disguise from Atari. And he's going to give us the location of the cache, and there's a ghoul I gotta deal with. Okay, so now he gave us the thing for Caesar's favor, which, let's go ahead and put the quest on, is right over here. So now very important, and the reason that I rested and I actually walked all the way back up here from where I was down here, if you fast travel while he's coming to deliver this to you, even if you don't see him, he may not have spawned on the map yet, you may just not have noticed him, but if you fast travel while he's doing that, you can actually bug the quest where it will never spawn again, so you can actually lock yourself out of it. And the same thing can happen if you spawn him near anybody that's NCR aligned. They don't have to necessarily be NCR, but they can just be people that are friendly towards the NCR. They'll see through the disguise and kill him, and then you end up bugging out the quest and you can't get it again. So now that I've got it, we're going to come over here. And this is the location, so it's right near the sniper's nest. It's a good spawn spot. So now we have a bunch of crates that have a bunch of Legion currency in them, which is nice. But then we also have crates over here that have supplies, so like ammo and stim packs. So we got doctor's bags and more ammo. We got here, we got ammo and armor. So that's good. And the better your rep, so like right now I have these 5 and then 3 over here. when I get to liked, it'll add another one, and when I get to idolized, it'll add another one. And these will keep replenishing. I think it's every 72 hours or so. You'll get a new, the quest mark will pop up, and you can come here and loot this. So let's go ahead now and back to Cottonwood Cove, or Camp Searchlight rather. So now, also with that is, if you eventually take out the Legion, you'll stop getting the quest pop up, but you can still go back there every 72 hours, and it will have respawned the loot that's in the crates, which is nice. So let's go ahead and talk to the sergeant.
You back? What can I?
And update on Cottonwood Cove.
Look, here's.
Goodbye. So what did I get? I got my rewards. I got Fame with the Legion, which is nice. I lost Karma, which is not a big deal. Karma's ridiculously easy to get in this game. And I didn't gain or lose Fame with the NCR, which is the goal here. You don't really want to gain or lose Fame with the NCR. Alright, so now that that's handled, the next thing I'm going to be doing is heading up this way, and we're going to be heading up towards Novak, so that we can actually get started with the Novak stuff that's there. But that'll be next time, and that's going to do it for this one, guys.